So you're getting the Cyberpunk 2077 as flatline error. Let me show you how you can fix that. So the first thing is, anytime that you're having any issues with running anything dealing with graphics on your computer, you want to make sure that you're running the latest video card driver for your video card. Whether you're using an AMD or an NVIDIA card, you want to go to their website and check and make sure that you have the latest driver. So if you don't know how to do that, what you can do is open your web browser, and then you'll go to, if you're using an NVIDIA card, nvidia.com, and then you'll go to drivers, and then enter in the information for your computer. So in my case, I'm using a 30 series 3080 with Windows 11, so I would just click search and then download this driver from my video card, and then you would just do whatever corresponds with your system. So if you're running Windows 10, you'll change this to Windows 10. If you're using a 20 series, you'll use this, and then pick the card that you're using, so on and so forth. If you're using an AMD card, you'll go to amd.com, and then under downloads and support, under downloads, you'll go to drivers, and then do the same thing you did with NVIDIA. You'll just have to find the card that corresponds with what you're currently running. So let's say if you're using a 5700 XT, you would click 5700 series, and then 5700 XT, and then click submit, and then open the one that corresponds with the version of Windows that you're currently running, and then download the driver from there. So if your driver's up to date, and then you're running into that problem, the next thing is, since Cyberpunk 2077 is such a resource intensive game, you might want to close some of the applications that you're currently running in order to be able to give the game more resources. So if you don't know how to do that, the easiest thing is, and I'm using Windows 11, but this will be the same for Windows 10 as well. If you right click on the start button, and then you go to Task Manager, this is showing all of the processes and applications that you currently have open and running. So if you right click on one of them, you can go to End Task, and that will close that application. So by closing some of the applications that you have running, that will then free up some resources that Cyberpunk could then use in order to try to run. So if that's not the problem, the next thing that you can try to do is, let's say that you're having a situation where you're having like a weird Steam bug, since Cyberpunk runs through Steam. You can try to run the game to bypass Steam. You can try to run the game directly through the launcher instead of running it through Steam. How you do that is, you'll open up your Steam. Under Library, you'll find Cyberpunk 2077. You'll right click, go to Properties, go to Local Files, and then click Browse. When you do that, that's going to open the actual folder that's holding your Cyberpunk 2077 game. You'll scroll down, and then you're going to run this pre-launcher here. What this will do is, this is going to open the launcher for Cyberpunk 2077, and it's going to bypass Steam altogether. So if the issue that you're having is with Steam, this is how you would get around that. The other thing that you can try is, sometimes you can have corrupted game files, and if that's the case, then you can run this right here, this verify integrity of your game files, and that will fix any of those errors. So going back through it, you'll open Steam, go to Library, right click, go to Properties, and then under Local Files, then you'll click Verify Integrity of Game Files. That'll go through and it'll look through the system files for Cyberpunk 2077, and then if there are any issues, it'll repair those, and then that could allow you to run it. So let's say you tried all of that and it's still not working. Then the last thing that you can try is repairing the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable files. So Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable installs in runtime components to your PC's Visual C++ libraries. Developers usually put the required redistributable files in a game installer, so then you can get them bundled with the game installation. If these files are corrupt, it could lead to that flatline error. So how you'll fix that is, you will click down here in your search bar, type in run, press enter. Then you're going to type in here appwiz.cpl, and then press enter. That's going to open your programs and features. So you're going to scroll down until you get to these Microsoft C++ redistributables. What you're going to do is, you want to ignore these up here. You only want to look up the ones that have this little computer icon next to them. And then you'll right click on that, and then go to change, and then go to repair. And then click yes, and then close. And you want to do that for each one of them. So only the ones that have this redistributable, you can ignore this desktop runtime one. One of those three options should work for you. If none of those help you out, and it's still not working, feel free to put a comment down there, and I'll see if I can find something else that'll help you. If this video was helpful to you, feel free to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.